And we are back once again in another episode of Ballocks Studios where football nutmegs the nonsense. So, joining us in our respective remote studios. Yeah, so the usuals, you guys know already. Sharif, you know Kuhan. Raj, thanks for joining once again. And of course, we have a very new member who has joined our pod, a die-hard Arsenal supporter. The very first time we have an Arsenal supporter who is joining us to the show. Yeah.
The
So we have
Gunners.
again, I'm not sure exactly which part of the tile or cameras everyone is at, but that's fine. We'll just figure it out as we go by. And Kugan, thanks for joining, man. How are you doing? You okay? You're good?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Thank you so much for having me on. Congrats to the crew, the founding crew of Ballocks Studios, Matthew, Tuhan, and Sharif. I've been,
Hey, I'm not founding.
I mean,
He was founded.
Masih dia lah.
Founded.
He was founded.
I was founded.
but nevertheless,
He-
right? I think
He's like Newcastle
you
lah. He
guys
took
really
over.
have good energy, good
Took over.
footballing knowledge,
New
and
ownership.
everything just seems to be flowing through. So thanks for having me, guys. And
My
like,
pleasure.
Nice. Happy
let's
to have
take
you.
it on.
All right, man. Good stuff. I mean, it's going to be really fun to have an Arsenal supporter join us, and for those who are new to this channel, for those of you viewers who have not yet subscribed, please do so. Hit the like and subscribe button below. At the same time, hit the notifications bell as well. And stay tuned to our weekly episodes where it'll be none other than filled with banters. So obviously, let's get into it, guys. The weekend, game week 4. Arsenal, Notts Forest. Let's go with our new
Nottingham
member.
Forest. Nottingham Forest.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
man. Just to kickstart it as well, considering coming from a defeat with the previous week, right? The previous defeat, and I mean it's a good feeling in my eyes, right? To come with a good 3-0 win. Not so good for Ange. First game in charge for Nottingham Forest. To lose 3-0. Yeah. So I don't know, Kugan, what do you make of that overall?
I think people were not surprised, I would say, from the fact that Ange's first game in charge and all. I mean, yes, Forrest already had a lot of things going on in the background.
Yeah.
Edu I'm glad he is out of the club. This guy, in a short
Edu moved from Arsenal to Forest,
Yes.
right?
Forrest,
Sporting
yeah,
director.
the football right now, and supposedly he had problem with the previous coach, and that's why Mr. Nuno was actually given the sack.
Oh,
Right?
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that actually.
So a lot of things were going on for his.
I thought Nuno wanted to get
behind
sacked.
the curtain, right? But then, it wasn't a surprising result per se. From an Arsenal perspective, yes, it's badly needed after that narrow loss at Anfield. Whether it's a loss or a 1-point gain or a 3-point loss, whatever it is, but it was a loss, right? So we really needed that win. So, but the good thing is just that for me, the major highlight was
The
we had
goal.
3 major injuries. Not even there yet, Kuhan. We had 3 major injuries. Like
Oh yeah. Odegaard, right?
there is no
Odegaard.
Saka, there is no Saliba, and Odegaard started the game. After that, he went out as well. A year
Mm.
ago, we would have crippled. These are the kind of games that Arsenal would cripple, right?
Mm.
But right now, okay lah, we spent shitload of money in the transfer window, and for the first time, I see an array of stability in the team, and it's still a long way to go. I think we are set in terms of squad depth, but whether or not we can grind it to victories is yet to be seen. But it's a good feeling. I don't think the victory is anything less than expected from Arsenal at home. I think the starting midfield, especially Marino, I don't know
Former Newcastle player.
exactly, and him during his time in Newcastle quickly.
I liked him when during his short stint there. I thought he got a bit of class and everything. And I think I saw him in Spain after that. He was pretty good. And now in Arsenal. But I last season I saw him only playing as a supporting striker. Now he's playing proper midfield.
Yeah, but the thing is just that I agree, Kuhan. Like, okay, my theory about Marino is his connection with Declan Rice is a little bit off. But when he's surrounded by players like Eze, right, who
Mm.
techie players, you look at Marino during in his time in Spain. He is surrounded by technical players who can
Yeah.
move the ball around, and he plays the best. He is not your typical bulldog style box to box midfielder. He is not. Right? Surround him with technical players, and this guy can actually run the show, especially when teams are more transition based. He
Mm.
thrives in that environment, right? But then I think the depth, I'm more pleased with how things are shaping up about Arsenal, right? And I'm glad that Gyökeres scored another goal. We really needed a striker like Gyökeres, though. Like somebody who
Now,
doesn't care about the aesthetic, just smash the hell out of the ball to the back of the net. We passed too many things. If you look at Arsenal stats last season, we couldn't score goals, but if you look at our touches inside the penalty box, it's
Mm.
ridiculous. With no finisher. And
mm,
Kai Havertz, he can be half a legend, half a donkey. You don't know which part of him will actually come up. So
Jesus.
you can't really but again,
No
like
lah, Jesus, we cannot play lah. We cannot play with the name
yeah,
of Jesus.
yeah,
He's in,
yeah,
he's in. But then I think he left out from the Champions League squad.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
is going to be like a new signing, like Jesus'
so
second coming.
But having watched the game a little, that goal was incredible. Actually, that was
Zubimendi goal.
superb. Yeah, I mean, I when I saw him play, I don't fancy him that much because I think that in the Premier League you cannot slow down the game that much. But in that the two goals, his movement, his volley was superb, and
Yeah.
the one which caught my eye is Noni Madueke. I mean,
Oh,
I've been watching him
yes.
for England because when he was playing for Chelsea, his stats are good, but his optics, it's not nice to watch him play because he's going to dribble pass and then overrun or it's like a bit like not so fancy. But now he's coming into the fray, and I think the real difference maker for Arsenal is Eze, someone who's super direct.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Very,
think that'll be a
yeah,
big difference. So yeah,
yeah.
but good 3-0
Uh,
win.
Going
Yeah.
back, you see, every theme of our conversation about Arsenal is about the depth, about players who came in and really running the show right now, right? And I think it's really exciting season. This season, Arteta got to deliver something beyond an FA Cup. It's almost
mhm.
given.
No,
Is
FA Cup is like 6 years ago.
Yes, exactly. There
Yeah,
is not
I think it's
even
Premier League, man.
there is no
It has to be
question about it.
any
It
cup,
has to
any
be the
cup.
Premier League. 5 years
Has to
already, right?
deliver.
No, I think it has to be any cup. Can be any cup.
Yeah, can any cup.
Yeah, it has to be a
Really?
cup.
For the sake of
Of course.
novelty, even the League Cup for the sake of novelty. All right.
Wow.
But then any
So
cup
I mean,
Arteta has to deliver.
He has to win to save his
Backing.
job.
So that's the thing,
next,
that's another topic completely overall, right? If you guys ask me, yes, Arteta is the right guy for the job because I don't know anyone else, right? And I don't want to have 17 managers in 23 years, right? So
mhm.
like definitely don't want to go down that path. Like some other
Now,
clubs.
now that sounds very familiar.
I
Overall,
have one
guys,
question to ask.
yeah.
Yeah, Kogan, yeah, because I think we miss you in the last what do you call it, post review match between Liverpool and Arsenal, and I have to go there, right? Because certain pundits and also certain what do you call that, commentators were saying that, and I watched the game, right? And yeah, I do not know how you guys felt. I felt it's like a snooze fest. No? We
Oh
were
yeah, it is.
we
It
were
was.
telling like this was Liverpool versus Arsenal, right? I mean, as a neutral fan, I thought it was going to be head to head. But this I got to ask you, Kukan, you yes, you mentioned that Arteta is the right guy, but do you think his approach to that game was the right approach?
Yes, I think it was the right approach
Really?
because if you look
Mm.
at Liverpool, they were not all grounds full glaring attacking.
No,
Well, they were not.
they were not.
So, Anfield factor is huge. You don't want to get caught back-footed in a team like Liverpool. You don't want. That's a recipe for suicide. So
But
Mhm.
I also
But that's
want
where
to.
yeah.
Sorry, I want to say that what Arsenal did was right. They lost to a freak goal.
yeah,
I mean that goal is like it is not luck. It is like a proper goal which you no keeper in the world can save that.
Yeah.
I agree with that, Kuhan and Kuhan. But this is where also when I also listen to other from this is directly report from the Athletics, right? Okay, so Arteta set up
Hey,
a very
those people are biased lah.
okay, whatever. I like that because they have a lot of football fans like us as well. But the stat shows, right? Arteta set up with Liverpool. I understand we are playing in Anfield and the Anfield factor, but I think Kuhan, we also touched in few episodes a couple weeks ago that Liverpool will not uh, uh they look fumble at the back. They
Yeah.
could
They
So
have
I think
yeah, okay, you are right, Sharif. I got your point from the start, right? Liverpool were there for the
for the
taking.
taking.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
They were there, right?
exactly.
They were there. But then the problem is just that our game became very defensive from the 75th minute onwards. Before
I
that,
thought
I
from the
thought the
I
game
thought
was
for the
like,
first 10 minutes Arsenal were there, right? And then they became I got to use it. Then they became I feel right. Arteta again maybe again Spanish goals. He thought too much. He really engineered the team too much that he felt a draw would be enough, and that's why I felt.
yeah,
But
okay, okay,
maybe I might
No,
Fine.
be
but
wrong.
to be fair,
I was
a
about to.
draw would be enough. An away match draw
Exactly,
would
Yes.
be
exactly.
enough.
If it's a good Liverpool, or maybe I'm telling if it's a whole, if it's a steamroll Liverpool, then I say
Okay,
yes.
okay.
If a Liverpool that only got almost beaten with a Newcastle with a 10-man Newcastle, I mean this was a taking. I mean it was an advantage. I mean I do not know. I mean I might be wrong as well, but I just feel that maybe at the end of the season, this might be one of the game where maybe we look back that we thought, you know what, we should have get the points in Anfield itself because
I
they were leaking goals, Kugan. They were
correct,
leaking goals,
correct,
and you told that they have you guys have
yeah,
depth. You guys have to you know I agree with you. Last season, if what they call it, is Saka out or Odegaard out, you don't have
Yes.
the one-to-one like to
Yes.
play the same way again. But this, I felt, and I agree, it's a freak goal and everything, and that's the cost of football, right? Because you waited too long, right? And I did not. I don't feel Liverpool were really strong at the back as well, right? And they were also scared attacking as well, to
yeah,
play their
yeah,
own
yeah.
game because they know the firepower that Gyökeres and Co has. But I might be wrong. That's why I wanted to ask
Fair
how
enough.
did you felt, right? But and
Yeah,
to end up with a loss, you know. So this
yeah.
is where I
It's a
felt,
pain, lah. It's a pain.
Arteta maybe
But
did
then,
not have
Sharif,
the.
we also need to remember that it's only the second and third game of the season, right? So, like,
I take the same statement when we go
yeah,
for the last few games at the end, all
exactly.
right?
I think we all should not forget that in grand scheme of things, right?
Okay,
Uh,
let's pick up this again, right?
yeah,
The first
yeah,
four games, right?
definitely.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
pick up
Okay,
this.
move on.
I think good game. I think it was great, a 3 goal game, and then it's what's needed. But again, again, I got to ask this question. It's not to provoke or to instead, but it's something that I've been
Fair enough.
asking the
Fair
Arsenal
enough.
fans as
I
well.
think I think
After
I would have really loved to join the previous episode when we spoke about Liverpool.
yeah.
That is a lot of talking points. Sharif, we can talk about like half a day just on that game alone. Starting from how boring it was, from the free goal. There was
Yeah.
lots of dimensions.
Mm. Maybe at the end, okay, we'll let's discuss this topic back again. Good, might
Cool.
this game change?
All right.
Maybe
So,
1 point or maybe a 3 point something.
So of course, thanks Kugan. Some good talking points there as well, right? And Sharif as well were highlighting. So then we have Nick Woltemade. Sorry if I pronounced his name wrongly, who scored his
Okay lah.
first goal for Newcastle against
Not
Wolves.
Voldemort, then you're okay lah, Matt.
Voldemort.
Voldemort.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You should not be
No,
named the new goal.
Shout out to Newcastle's new striker. If ever anyone is watching this,
Yes,
I apologize if I pronounced it wrongly. But of course, please educate us, right? How to
Okay,
pronounce his name.
got his notes in it.
But of course, Kuhan, Good win, 1-0. What do you make of it, man? What's your
I mean,
thoughts
I
on it?
think, to be honest, we just needed someone up front to hold the ball. Imagine you had someone up front from the beginning of the season. We had
Mm-hmm.
3 clean sheets in the last game, and just not having a striker. I think if at all there's a title race where Newcastle is involved, we already lost like 8 points.
Okay.
Easily hit actually, which
So
is like so. So anyway, well, being a Newcastle fan, we like our number 9, and I was very sure Visa would score. I said Visa because I thought he'd be fit. And then when they put Walter Mada, I said, okay, never mind. Let's buy him as well in the fantasy. And he's, as usual, all Newcastle strikers score in their debut game. The name goes on, actually. Les Ferdinand, Stephen Guash, Alan Shearer, Duncan Ferguson,
mm-hmm.
Cisco, Papi Cisse, even Isak as well. All scored in their debut for
Right.
Newcastle.
Mm-hmm. So
So,
it's nothing new lah. Nothing new for.
nothing new is expected.
Mm.
So the game was good. It was not at the highest level. I mean, Newcastle were there and about. They was very good. We have this new Nick Energy. He's not a target man. He's more like a Kai Havertz kind of player who can play
Ah.
outside and inside and hovering around. So a few stuff he played where movements, passages of play was very good, nice, and the goal was brilliant. I mean, like it made by day. So I think I'm pretty happy about it. And 3 points, no injury, big Nick
Yeah.
has arrived. So bring on Barcelona. That's it.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Good to know.
We will, we
So
will, we will playing Champions League this Thursday, though. You guys don't like
yes.
talking about Champions League, huh?
Yeah. Wait. Hang.
Yeah. Yeah.
Relax
Yeah.
lah. We slowly will build up to that because we want to give chance for EPL first, and then we will slowly transition into
Okay, 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 okay.
the Champions
Yes.
League. But well, since you
Uh,
brought it up, right? So
Yeah.
since you brought it up, so Newcastle is facing
Barcelona.
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Remember last
Yeah.
week he was telling about Aspirilla's like magic goal, but
Mm-hmm.
this is gonna be a throwback.
Where
And-
you
and
think
in-
Newcastle will end up in the group phase? Go ahead.
I think they'll qualify for the next round.
Really?
Ooh.
Okay, that's good.
Sharif asked the question.
else-
and
Yeah.
we just
else
So
laughed at
for
it.
Huh? Sorry?
Yeah.
who else do they have in the league? That
in their group.
Yeah, in
It's
their
the
group.
whole
I
big
think that
group.
group,
I think
that
the
group,
big. I think it was Barcelona, Marseille, PSG. This is the big three I can remember. Some German team, Union Berlin. I can't remember precisely, but it's better than what we had like 2 seasons ago. We had like AC Milan, Dortmund, and PSG all in the
Mhm.
old format group stage.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
So so that's quite ambitious, huh? To expect a
I
full
think-
qualification.
I think I am with
I think
Gohan.
with the
They
new
will
format, yeah.
they will
I
go.
think with-
Yeah, they will go through. Yeah, they will go
if
through.
you follow Newcastle, our biggest asset is our coach. So Eddie Howe has made stars out of mediocre players. Joe Linton, I mean, even Murphy yesterday giving the assist. Everyone is like really good in their position
Yeah.
in what they're doing.
I still don't
So-
know what position Joe Linton plays.
Joe Linton, he's a defensive attacking left wing striker.
Exactly.
He's the Jan
Newcastle
O'Shea lah.
bought him
The
as
Jan
a
O'Shea of
striker.
Newcastle lah.
No, but he's the enforcer. He's a monster. I've seen him play
Yeah.
centre back.
Crazy.
I've seen him he's crazy. He was a terrible. Okay, remember the striker I told you who scored in debut? Joe Linton was signed in as a striker. He didn't score.
Yeah. Exactly. This guy.
I can agree with you, Cohen. I think one of the biggest asset of Newcastle is the manager itself, and
Yeah.
I think this might be a good segue to later on when we talk about I'll quote and unquote a big game, but it did not turn out to be a
Can,
big
no
game at
problem.
the weekend, right? But I think Newcastle have a structure. I think when I last episode you were saying that Mike actually sold the club, and then it was not just suddenly Newcastle boom up, right?
No.
The owner came in, and then you had a couple of managers in, and you were seeing they were building something, and then Eddie Howe just picked the
No, they
jigsaw
were
puzzle.
going down until Eddie Howe saved us from relegation. We were bottom of the table in Christmas. So when
I know.
he came in,
Yeah.
but the difference is Newcastle has one. They have. I wouldn't say. I mean, their motto is intensity is our identity. So their structure is sometimes like 3-5-2, or they play various formation. And I think this season we will see them playing 4-4-2 as well. So with the big man striker, small striker, so there is a possibility for that one. And I wouldn't be surprised Eddie Howe will pull it off actually. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
when
let's
I
see.
was
Let's
saying
see.
the
Bournemouth
structure, I was
get their
saying
coaches.
you had the Dan Ashworth's, a proper footballing structure above him, right? And
Oh, you mean
that I
those
think,
guys?
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the irony. Now I think you see, Newcastle were okay with Dan Ashworth, and then he was picked up by MU, and then we got another guy called Mitchell, who's also didn't like to be. I think now it's like Eddie Howe has an advantage because now it's his team. That
Mm.
means because he has won the Carabao Cup and did so well, so he is much more powerful than any sporting director is coming in. So that's the
Mm.
big difference. This is like the old school. You see, most of the football managers we call now are actually head coaches, their official designation. They do not manage the club, they just take
Fair,
Right.
care of
fair,
the
fair.
first team.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that the older generation, like Arsene Wenger and also Alex Ferguson, all of them were managers. So they decide a lot of other things as well for the club. So I think Eddie Howe now has the privilege to actually decide a lot of things for the club because he's there. There's the same thing with the Palace manager as well, who could block Mark Guhi transfer because he won something and has credibility
Mm-hmm.
now to say, no, I don't want you to go. So it's done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So
All right.
let's see
Moving.
what happens in the week in the midweek game. I'm hopeful a little bit.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. And of course, midweek Champions League, Arsenal is playing. Kugan, Arsenal is playing who
Athletic,
this?
Bilbao.
Oh,
no,
Bilbao.
Athletic Club Bilbao.
Yeah lah.
Nah,
That's
Bilbao.
yeah,
There's
Bilbao
two,
lah.
there is two.
So okay.
So how
What
do
are
you fancy,
your?
Kugan?
I
Arsenal
think
with Athletic
it
Bilbao.
will
Win
it will
again,
be a
another 3
win.
points.
I
It's
think yeah,
playing
3 points in the
playing at
bag.
Emirates.
Away,
Playing at
away,
Emirates.
away.
Oh,
Away.
playing away.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we could come out with a win.
Yeah, I think it's the final stadium, right? Bilbao Stadium will be the final Champions League
Correct.
stadium, right?
Oh yes, huh?
Okay, all right.
Oh, yes, and also after the midweek Champions League between Arsenal and Athletic Club,
Yeah, City.
it's against City. Arsenal
Yep.
playing at home.
Yep. So
Ooh,
Okay,
gonna be
that's
a
a
That'd be
proper
good.
big game.
That is
that's a
like
nice game.
whatever
master
theories that we
master and the
spoke about
student.
just now will be put into test.
Yep. All right, guys, moving on. Game week 4. Do I dare? I'm not sure if I dare say a narrow win. For Liverpool, 1-0. Although Burnley, I think Burnley had a red card.
They defended
Uh,
well. They
yeah.
defended
So
well.
and
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah. So what do you? Any of you? What do you guys make of? And getting
Go,
an
Ruben, go.
injury time winner though. So I don't know. I'm not sure if any of you all watched the game, but yeah.
I watched the game. So first thing is Liverpool have the footballing luck actually now. They MU used to have this football luck a long time ago. Where they will suddenly find a way to win. It can be, you can say, luck, whatnot, and everything. So Scott Parker, the Burnley coach, he did one thing brilliant. He played the low block, and he don't want any of the Liverpool player to penetrate from the middle. He wants them to go to the wing, cross, and let them hit the ball. So as usual, Salah was. I'm not sure whether he played or not.
Yeah.
But
The moment you do that, he is locked. Salah is locked.
yeah, so that was really how to say, good and disciplined performance by Burnley. And the 100 million former British transfer record holder.
125.
No, I'm talking not about Issa, I'm talking the one before.
Before him,
Yeah, before him.
Florian
So
Wirtz. Is it Florian Wirtz? Yes.
So I saw him against for Germany. He scored a free kick. Then after that, he was all lively and everything. But there is a team now that he is the man who's going to break the low block and be the man. Like, he holds the ball and trying to do everything. To me, I think not working out well actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I hope media scrutinize him. And I think after 4 games, now is where we are. There's a label of him. We don't call him Words anymore, but we call him Cardio Man. Because the stats coming out from the Liverpool FC, how many runs he make, how many how many
Cardio.
touches he makes. So maybe I don't know. He qualify for half marathon that I'm going to go in, right? But yeah.
Liverpool are media darlings, man. Their
Eh,
players get
not
away from
really, yeah.
scrutiny. They go
Really?
under the carpet so easily. Nobody.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's right
yeah.
actually.
Thank you, my fellow Arsenal.
He's right.
I
He's
don't know,
right.
no
I
fan or
mean, but
nemesis, I should say.
having said that, but good teams find a way to win no matter what. Not every day you
So,
can play beautiful,
hence,
brilliant football.
hence my statement as well previously. I mean, it's also mentality, right? Yeah, although I mean, you either want to end up playing on a low block and go for a draw, or you still go out there and still try to win games, right? To win it and all. So I
That's
mean,
my
again,
argument between Arsenal and Liverpool. But it's Burnley, man.
exactly.
It's Burnley. So
No, but I mean,
Look,
okay, if I just gonna fast forward, okay, just this bit before we go to the big game. So what Burnley did is what Arsenal did against Liverpool is what MU should have done against City. So which MU didn't, and they got this one. And there was a winning chance there for that. Anyway, before we go there, so
I
anyway,
disagree, but later we'll come back to
later,
that.
we'll come back. We'll come back to that.
yeah,
So,
all
but
right.
anyway, that's Liverpool. They're the darling of the media. They're going to win the title. They're expected to win the title. They have every player under the sun.
I have
Mhm.
one question to Cohen. Last episode you were questioning on the celebration of Bruno Fernandes getting the winning goal. How about the celebration of Mo Salah for getting the winning goal this week?
Pathetic.
Where's the where's the coverage?
This one?
Thank you. Thank fucks, man. Serious. Really? Where is that?
Open his jersey, man.
No,
Ah,
but to
where?
be, I mean, he scored a penalty against. He scored at home somewhere, right?
No, away.
Away, they played
Away.
away.
Ah,
They played
It
away.
was
it's
a
at the
tough
turf
match.
more. Come again?
Yeah, it was a tough match. It was a tough match for them.
I
Yeah,
know.
so,
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'm just going for the
you're right.
celebration, man.
No one spoke about it.
Hey, let
And I
alone
don't think so was luck, but man, Raj, apa ni? Hannibal assist. I thought it looks like Matt fixing, man. That guy.
No, that was instinct. That was instinct. That was
Oh,
instinct
really?
all the way.
I think he was thinking that he's playing in a playground or training ground or something. He should
No,
not.
he was. I saw he was trying to get it inside as fast as he can.
Really?
But I don't know. If this game, if there was a Liverpool defender doing it, I think they'll find a nice spot in the rule book to say that the hand was attempting to go behind.
Yeah, attempting to.
I don't know. It's possible.
Yeah.
We have to check lah.
Yeah. Anyway, Mo Salah celebrated as equal as Bruno Fernandes.
yeah.
Right?
Where's the cup?
It never.
So when Salah celebrates like that, they get away with it. Why? Liverpool.
Media darling lah.
Media darlings.
Darling,
Yeah.
When United
Man,
did
good
that,
to your
how-
Gary Neville and
No.
friends at Sky Sports.
Because
Exactly.
you see, but
Exactly.
the MU is also a media darling, but for the wrong reasons.
But
That's it.
They get most okay. Well, we're going to get to that
Yeah,
part, but
it's
of
a
course,
little bit ironic
but
when
yeah,
United
but
fans
at the
talk
end of the
about
day, they
being
get
media
most. You
darlings.
see, United gets most scrutinized. Well, it's a similar situation, what? Hey, to make matters
Yeah.
worse, Burnley 84th minute red card. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce the guy's name. Ugo Chukwu, if I got his name right. Yeah. So
Okay, go on. We know you.
yeah. So 84th minute red card.
I still feel that it's a second yellow, right?
I'm not. I
It's a second
didn't
yellow.
watch
It's a
that
second
game,
yellow.
yeah,
It's
so-
not a
See,
straight red.
that's Liverpool and Burnley game, man.
No. But I don't think that was a fall deserving a yellow card per se. Actually,
So of course
Yeah.
for so of course for those
It's
who
a
have
second
tuned in.
yellow.
It's a second yellow. So for those who have tuned in last week, of course we had a good friend of ours, Kevin, who joined us, who was a diehard Liverpool supporter. I am very keen to hear what Kevin has to say about the celebration. So
Maybe Kevin can comment in the YouTube comment, Kevin, if you are
Yep,
hearing
yep.
this comment,
I know what is comment. I don't care. We will win the title. You
Yeah.
United folks go to hell like that and everything. I'm sure.
To be fair, Salah getting a spot kick in the very end of the match. he hold his calm. His nerves were as good as steel, and he did deliver. So I mean, to release that, I think it's a bit fair on his side. Not to
Oh,
put too
so
much pressure on him.
now
Yeah.
to debate with you on that as well, right? It was equal.
Yeah.
Equal when
To
Bruno
be
Fernandes did it as well. But you see the level of scrutiny United gets as opposed to
Exactly.
Liverpool. So
Exactly.
that's
but
not
inside
Because
my
it's
heart,
Man
I
United.
really thought Dubravka would have saved it, man.
oh.
Yeah, I
Mm.
mean, Dubravka is a good keeper.
That
Yes.
might
No
be a
doubt. No
different
doubt.
headline. If Dubravka saved, would he get the same scrutiny
Yes,
like
exactly.
Bruno Fernandes?
No, it's an unlucky
Exactly.
loss, unlucky,
Yeah.
unlucky
Unlucky.
draw.
Unlucky loss at
Heartbreak
Turf
for
Moor.
Moss.
It was
Yeah,
a good
Yeah.
defensive display by Scott
yeah. They
Parker.
parked the bus. They did. It was
They
the
marked the
Mourinho.
pass
Correct.
well.
Yeah.
A good save by Dubravka.
So to so to all viewers who are Liverpool supporters, drop us your comments. Let us
Yeah.
know your thoughts on that game. What do you
But
make of
to be
it?
fair, if you are a good team, you can win this kind of matches. And they did broke the low block. I mean, they got a penalty, but you need to drive the ball inside, right, for you to get the penalty.
And
So
and
I
I got
think
to yeah, and I got to say this. You see, if you look the first 4 games, right? I know Kugan, you were saying it's still 4 games and everything, and Kugan, I think we agree also that Liverpool is not that good, right? But they still 100% winning four
Bro,
matches
it
yeah,
in a
doesn't
row.
they
matter if
Yep,
have the
yep.
luck.
I
no.
agree.
See,
Yes.
it doesn't
Yep.
This is
matter
also
The
if
a
you
case
win
of
by
the
a
footballing,
mile.
winning champions, eh?
the
Luck
footballing
or whatever
gods
you
are
want to call it.
smiling. The
I mean,
footballing
Somehow,
gods are
Yeah.
smiling at that.
yeah,
I mean, you
yeah.
see, it doesn't matter if you win by a mile or
An
or an
inch.
inch. A winning is a win. I mean, a win is a win. 3 points is
It's a
three
win. It's a
points.
win. I
Yeah,
agree.
3 points
Regardless
is
how
there.
you do it,
So
right?
penalty, no penalty, handball, hand of God, 3 points is three
Come on.
points. So,
Yeah.
so end of the day, it's 3 points for them, and
Yeah.
for those who didn't
Yeah, I
get the
agree,
three
Raj.
points.
Agree.
But again,
Yep.
So
let's
Yep. Yep.
maintain the theme that Liverpool looks very beatable by just anyone in the league.
I
yes.
Yeah.
agree. I totally agree, Kugan.
It's not
I
like
They
really
were
agree.
Liverpool and
vulnerable.
Messi
Yes,
progress,
they were
right?
And
vulnerable
I
at
was
many
expecting
places.
that's why I was expecting Arsenal to beat them or at least maybe bring a certain degree of a attacking. That's Virgil van Dijk, the most great
So
defender.
it also reflects on Arsenal's self-confidence because they have a lot of new addition. They don't know how each and every one of them play.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a benefit of doubt. Yeah, let's see
yeah.
end of the
So
game.
it's like it's not like, oh, okay, this is my team. It's not like like fantasy or that's why we are not football managers, right?
Let me tell you
All
my
right.
thing.
All right, guys. So moving on, right? The topic that everyone has been definitely waiting for, right? The triple D, we call it, the Derby Day defeat. I know we are all warmed up already now. So of course, over the weekend, the Manchester Derby, of course, at Etihad, right?
Yeah.
A shocking 3-0 defeat, and I'm gonna leave this to either Sharif and Raj combined. What do
Sharif,
y'all
you
make
can.
of the overall? Yeah.
I'm still reeling from heartbreak. So can you please start on behalf?
Not shock, right?
It's heartbreak, bro. It's heartbreak.
Heartbreak, guys. Worse than shock. Huh?
Worse than that.
I was just telling the guys, my MU jersey can sell back again because it still smell fresh from the Adidas store. But you guys know I don't buy from Adidas. That's a different
That's a
topic to
different
talk
story.
but yeah, man, there's a lot of points to talk about. I think first thing is again tactical. I'm not questioning the system. I'm just questioning the tactical. And first, you set up the team. Again, Bruno Fernandes playing as number 8
Central midfield. Yeah.
central midfield, right? I was really hoping. With Cunha out, with bloody Mount out, right? I do not know lah. Anak emas, the golden child of Amorim, right? Mount also out. I was hoping, this is where I want to see Brian Mbeumo and Bruno Fernandes playing. You have your best player again playing at the worst position ever, right? And knowing that he could not deliver what he should be delivering, right? How many chances that he created these 4 matches from that position itself? I think I do not know who's Man United statsman or the data scientist, right? Still persuading that, let's play Bruno at the number 8.
Maybe in training he's killing it in that position. In the training session, he's killing it in that position. Though I think the first goal was his fault. He now track back.
Again, I don't blame him. Kuhen.
Yeah.
Because you see, again, I think at the end of the match, the post match, right? One of the reporter was asking, right, that it's so easy to figure out. It's not easy to beat, but to figure out how to how to
Work your way against them.
exactly, or how to beat the tactical genius that Amorim set up. And this was not a surprise, guys. I think Fulham coach Marco Silva did say during his pre-match, not post-match, pre-match
Pre,
game,
yeah.
right? Because he lost the last season, and then he said right now, because the way the midfield is set up, right, it's now just put everything, build everything into the midfield, and then pressure not the keeper, but pressure the three defenders. That's where it started.
Exactly.
And if you guys watch the game, right? If you guys watch the game, Man City was not playing their
No.
normal tiki-taka
No.
or
They
whatever.
were lower.
They were playing Ole Gunnar game, man. They were playing counter attacking. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And I know people will go, oh, we went Etihad, we controlled the game, there were no luck. There are still MU
It
fans
was
are
set
saying
up. It
that,
was
bro.
set up in such ways.
Exactly.
I mean, Doku was amazing against you guys, actually. I never rated him, but every time he plays against MU,
No,
Exactly.
Quinn, let's be fair. Anyone will be great against Luke Shaw. Again, another
No,
person.
he was. Oh yeah. He dribble pass. Yeah, I remember that part.
Is
Yeah,
Luke Shaw
Doku.
above 30 years old?
Yeah,
I
yes, I
don't
think
know.
it's 30, 31.
Wait,
Sure.
I tell you.
So
I
remember
remember
there is
seeing
Doku theory
in
that
South.
he only does well against like wingers who are above 30 years old. Are we hitting the
Really?
theory? Yeah,
Yeah, Luke Shaw
No,
is about
but
30, yeah.
Doku is like this rich man, Alan Saint Maxima. You
exactly.
remember that guy?
Alain Saw
Yeah,
Maximin,
Maxima
something like
had
that.
Yeah,
Is
Maximi.
yeah,
Yeah, the
Saint
Newcastle
Maximin.
player. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like he dribbled, but this time he was useful, lah. I mean, like he produced something. Yeah,
Yeah, but
but
what a
okay,
play it was. Doku played really well.
Doku was good, and
That was
Haaland,
on the
man,
part.
I was impressed. I never really fancied Haaland because I was thought he's a more of a tap-in merchant, who the chances come. But this time I saw him doing defensive clearance and heading out the ball, and he was more of this like I got to say he's becoming captain material for City.
Yeah.
I could see that thing is changing, in him, and the goals were good. So that's the thing. One thing I noticed about Haaland. But other than that, I think MU, as I said just now, coming back to the point, MU should have started with a low block and let City to play and counter them, especially away in the goal.
Correct.
Because they were up 2-0 in halftime, if I'm not mistaken.
1-0, 1-0.
No.
It was
They
1-0.
only were 1-0, and this is another my
1-0.
point as well.
Hmm.
Why you couldn't set up in a lower block? It will still expose the midfield more. The only way to deal or to nullify the attack was to build more midfield in there. Either you drop your number 10, right? And that's where I felt if you play Bruno at number 10, he's going to drop back. Try to dictate the other two, and you need legs in there, Cohen. You need
He
legs in
doesn't
there.
have the legs, yeah.
Exactly, and that's why I question why Kobe Mainu did not play, right?
And and Casemiro as well.
Yep.
Casemiro no legs. That's why you have.
I understand.
At
he
least
doesn't
can
have
play
the
one
legs.
half with the legs, right?
Yeah, you have the bruiser, which Ugati, and then you have the legs of Kobe Mainu. I know it's not the world best, and then you have Bruno Fernandes at number 10, who will drops in, right, to support the three midfield when we are in a defensive shape. That will nullify the attacking threat from
Do
City.
you? I got a question to all of you all. Actually, do you think the players in MU? Do you think they know what they're doing or what they're supposed to do?
I do believe they
cannot-
know, because
They know.
that's what the comment from
Exactly.
Bruno Fernandes is. Because
they
he
know.
said that it was
Hmm.
really difficult not to play against 3, not against to play against 4, but 5 midfield.
Okay.
He said that. So that's how City was set up.
I mean,
It looked like
I'm talking about the body language of the players itself. Like I feel like when I see Mbeumo moving with the ball and everything, I feel okay. I want to do something. The basic idea is there, but then there's no like how to say. I mean, most of them were lost.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, okay. I
There
mean,
is no technical fluidity around their
no,
movement,
That's
and
what I feel like
yeah,
they cannot absorb what the coach is
correct.
telling, and he thinks that he can coach them into it. I mean, you look at the stats of, well, Reject FC
Possessions.
got rejected by Sesco, and 5 games, 0 goals, 3 shots on target, no touches against the in the city. I mean, 3 shots on target in the last 4 to 5 games, huh? So I mean, like,
I mean, he
okay,
needs
he can
service,
say,
lah. Sesko needs service,
yeah,
and
but
the
the
I
thing
team
agree.
is
I
is
that
agree.
you
not
see,
He
like,
needs
set
service.
up.
He needs service,
no,
and he
but I
is.
mean, this is against Burnley as well, and the games, all the 5 games. I'm talking this 3 shots on target is all for 5 games, not for this game.
Yeah, but he did not play the full game, right? He only
Yeah, he
played
didn't
like
play the
what?
full
Only
game.
15 minutes. He only played like
Yes.
20 minutes, and
Yeah,
so
but for
so
me, it's a bit. I mean, when I see Mbeumo, I used to see even Cunha. So his body language, it's like I believe in my ability, and I'll try to do something. It's individual. He's relying on individuality, at some point. I'm not sure whether
I
the
agree.
manager wants it,
I
or maybe
I
the players
agree.
itself think that way.
I agree that's a little bit individualism of certain games. We are hoping for individual. That's why until now I do not know about Raj or Matt. What do you think? I don't see that idea. I don't see an idea right now. I know maybe certain fans saw something, and I quote and unquote idea during the Arsenal game, and again during the post game match, Amorim was quoting that, and I find it really sad that he was quoting from a game where he actually lost, right? We need to digest that, right? I do not know why people
No,
say
but
that
I
he
think he's
played.
taking the positive from that game, and nothing wrong with that. I mean, even you lose
Yeah,
also,
which
it's not the
which
be all end
which
all. Yeah.
which leads to my question.
I kind of disagree that because we are playing at Old Trafford again, right? This is where again I think Cohen used to say that a mentality, right? When we go and then when we feel small, we won't grow bigger. You see, when
Mm.
one thing that I think one of the latest interview, right, that Ferguson did, he always say I always take risk, even including the 6-2
Yes.
loss with City,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We down with 10 men, we know that we can beat that City game, that City team, because we know that City team is not playing like a team like Man United is, right? They are all individual players, right? But of course, we saw that Craig Bellamy is going, Balotelli doing stuff, Nasri doing stuff and everything. But they always take risks, and that is why I always say it's. Some people say that luck, some people say Fergie time. That's all risk. Even the Barcelona game as well. Sorry, even the Bayern Munich in Nou Camp as well, right? It's a risk throwing up strikers
But
in.
those were, but you cannot compare those time and now. That you see, I always feel one of the problems with Manchester United now, especially the fans now, it's like they're going through the 7th stage of depression. What they say, 7th stage of grief. So it was shock, denial,
Denial for the past 3 years.
anger,
I I I
anger,
I I, I
bargaining.
again,
So
I'm not in denial,
because
and
I
I'm not comparing as well. I'm just saying that the mentality that you need to have.
yeah, I
The
mean you're
the same thing
comparing.
as again. Okay, if you want me to compare, I compare Klopp as well. For he came in for the first 5 years, right? He instilled that with the Liverpool team, we are going to play like a champion, right?
But Liverpool fans were not demanding as MU fans.
No, they were. In fact, they were not believing in
Yeah.
Klopp as well because he's one of the few managers that is not English, Cohen, right? They
Oh
only
really? Was that the issue
even
also?
even in the third season, Klopp did not want anything, right? And he almost, I think he went to the
They
final or
went to the
semi
Champions League final in the second season, and they lost
lost,
the
right?
Europa Cup
Yes.
in the first season.
Correct.
Mm.
But
And
nevertheless,
Liverpool fans
going
were
to a
calling
cup.
Klopp's head, bro. Liverpool fans were calling Klopp his after all he spent and everything. You see?
But as far as I know, that okay lah. If you put this, I think Liverpool is more used to failure compared to MU.
I do not want to
I
go
mean, well,
there.
that-
Well,
we
think about it, right? Pre-Klopp era and compared to MU's, Sir Alex Ferguson time all. I mean, I think as I said lah, the 7 stages of grief, and even I saw the Gary Neville, like how he was explaining, he just said he doesn't feel anything. So this is the part of acceptance lah, like. okay, we have to accept this. I mean, Roy Keane just said, man, this team is, we have to accept, is average
I
at
agree.
best.
I I I
At
uh,
best.
I I had told to my to people close to us and everything, don't have high hopes, right? Don't have high hopes and everything.
No, but
And
I had, because this City team was for the taking.
I kind of disagree, right? I kind of disagree.
No,
I
I
know
mean, you see,
they had
it's
patches.
there's, they have a lot of new players. The young centre back, I can't remember his name. He was there. The midfield, and it was a lot of patchwork, and a goalkeeper which doesn't know the intensity of the Premier League yet. So Donnarumma made it look so easy, man. I mean, like, it's just that it wasn't tested. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. It looks easy because he was not being
Yep.
tested. Go ahead.
I
Exactly.
agree
exactly.
with
So
that. Well,
like
So
they say that he's afraid of crosses, and he's what is this? He's bad with his feet. He's not like Edison, who's like one of a kind footballer. So a lot of things could be tested. Like if you have a new goalkeeper, and the shots on target was also
well,
terrible. I think
well, I would like to think Donnarumma will be tested next week
against.
yeah, Arsenal.
against
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
would like to think that.
Because
So
Arsenal is a set piece master, and it's going to
yeah.
come in left,
So
right, and center.
and here's the thing, right? So coming back to the Derby defeat, right? So the post match where, the post match interview and all. So maybe Raj, you could fill me in a bit on your thoughts on this. So you wanna so Ruben Amorim was questioned on the again once again tactics, philosophy, the system, all that stuff, right? And his consistency in being very adamant about it that he will not change, and if you want to change the man, and it's pretty consistent. I mean, not in word for word, but the similar sort of ways that Ruben Amorim says it, right? So my question, of course, I want to gather both of your thoughts are mainly Raj
Hey,
lah.
Okay,
hey,
Is
Raj, lah.
and because I mean anyone, right? So and of course post match as well, where I'm combining probably two questions, right? Where there are already I mean again, I call these stupid fans lah, already calling out Ruben Amorim to get sacked.
I think he should get sacked.
Yeah,
I agree, Matt. I don't call that. And if Amorim need to get sacked, he should not go just the person go out. I think I called this during the Grimsby game during week 3, right?
Yes.
If
Yeah.
Amorim goes out, Ineos should go out with him as well, right? I've been saying this from day one, right? I've been saying this
Yeah.
from day one. Ineos did not get
Mm,
it right. Anything they did, they
anything.
did not.
Yeah.
They did not sack Ten Hag early. They brought in Dan Ashworth. They did not listen to him. He was the sporting director. Dan Ashworth
Yep.
did not have the confidence with Ruben Amorim, right? And I gave you also the comparison. Again, not going back to history. I gave you a comparison to a Liverpool, to the ex-champion, right? Last year, when they were finding a replacement for Klopp, right? Ruben Amorim was top of the list.
Yep.
Why
Was top of the list.
why did they not go, Matt? Because
yep,
they know the structure of Liverpool understands that to bring Amorim in to ensure that he plays his type of football will cost money, will cost investment, will cost time, and they could not afford that. So they need to bring a manager that is going to fit a little bit tweak with the same system that they have. So meaning what does this mean? The philosophy is not coming from the manager. The philosophy is coming from the club itself. And that is what
Mm,
is missing from MU
yeah.
itself. That's what you have in Newcastle. That's what you have in Arsenal. That's what you have in Liverpool. And I'm sorry, that's what you have in Chelsea, in Brighton, and Crystal
yep.
Palace as well.
But
Yeah.
MU
But
does
again,
not
you
have
know,
it.
but again, right? You see, yes, we still debate about it. We are only in game week 4, right?
Yeah,
If you
we
ask
should
me,
not forget that.
it's yeah, we are only in game week 4. That's one. I mean, again, yes,
Well, Matt, sorry,
we can.
again,
But again, yeah, you want to scrutinize the manager, go ahead. Like, it still falls back to the question of, I always ask this, right, on a separate note. Is it a club problem, system problem, board problem, player problem, manager problem, right?
apa bukan problem?
Exactly. So it's still a question mark because all are correlated. That's one, right? You see, okay, a bit of memory lane, right? Jose Mourinho played his 4-2-3-1. Players complain, oh, cannot this, that. Oli played the similar style, played
There's
more
a reason for
attacking and
that.
all
There's
this.
a reason.
Wait, hang on,
There's a
hang on, hang
reason
on.
for that.
Wait. But there again, he lost the dressing room. Again, merry-go-round. Brings in Ten Hag, splash the cash and all this and that. Played similar 4-2-3-1 with, playing from the back. And then, of course, I'm not going to talk about Andre Onana. You play that system back again and all whatnot.
Man, I understand, man. I
Took time
understand,
to
man.
sack. Took time for them to sack and all that. And then you move to Ruben Amorim. Again, I'm okay. Being very, I'm not backing him, but at the same time, if again, fans are calling for the sacking, and I think there's some trendings going on now on hashtag bring back Oli.
Oh, that's a.
I'll be happy, man.
I just want to put something out there. When I say tactical approach, it's not the system, right? I'm not questioning his 3-4-3 system. I'm questioning his tactical approach. He only has one type of gameplay. With Grimsby Town, he only has that type of gameplay, right?
He lacks adaptability.
Exactly. He's too rigid. He's too rigid.
Rigid,
Man, you have Harry Maguire in. I'm sure Harry Maguire is not that good, but he's of course better than Luke Shaw. But he's so stubborn to have a left
I rate Harry Maguire. I think Harry Maguire is a good player.
too.
I'm sure Harry
Maguire is playing in Newcastle.
Yep. Okay. Again, and for me, why I'm calling his head out, it's not because of these 4 games, man. It's because of the 31 games that he got. And remind me how many games did he win, man?
I
remember.
can imagine.
No, I think the reason
last episode I was saying that it's exact same winning percentage with Gary Neville, right? Today, officially, he's worse than Gary Neville. So let me ask maybe Naveen and anyone over here lah.
No wonder Gary Neville looks happy a bit lah.
Name one reason why we should kill him. And the confidence he has. You know what? I'm not going to change. If you want to change the man. Bro, what did you win, bro? What did you win?
Remember after the Grimsby, the team, how he gave the talk, and then after that he was like emotional and all these things all. I think that the adaptability. I think there's only two coaches I've seen who never changed their way. One is Ruben, another one is Angie. Now in Forest, but
good luck.
I feel no, but he adapted at the end. The final against MU
he adapted. Exactly, good.
But the thing is, Ange is a fantastic cup coach.
Europa League final.
Ange is a fantastic cup coach. Like, you gotta give it to him, right? But in a league, he lacks that adaptability. He can't. He's not a good league manager at all. So why they brought him in, it's still a question mark. Like,
no, but their gameplay was superb actually on their day.
Again, I think he's a good manager, but against Spurs, almost similar with Man United. Again, they don't have a proper footballing structure, the modern footballing structure. I think you touch again, right?
You are right. You're right, Sharif. You're right. Because you know why?
Now I'm afraid with Thomas Frank, they could build up that footballing structure. And where does that put MU ahead? Where does put MU in the table, bro? Right?
Yeah. I mean, because MU players MU players is the problem is MU they bought a lot of players. They're overpriced. They cannot get them out of the system.
Yeah.
And now I think there will be slowly a fear creeping in that coming to MU is not good. Coming out of MU is better. I think Rasmus he scored on his debut game.
I got to say you could see the pace, and it's a different league lah. It's really a different league.
Exactly. Rasmus.
No, but
so that's why. Okay. So
what about Garnacho?
So that's why
Garnacho looks good for Chelsea.
You see,
Garnacho
always
he has a good system, correct? Because he has a good system.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you have other teammates who are also, it's not only it's not if I lost this game, it's not because of me. You have other stars to back them up, and this is where you see the 92 again. Sorry to run down the memory lane, right? But this is how the team is built up, right? Exactly. Where other players comes in, they come into a winning team, and they need to perform, right? And that's where you see Garnacho and Rashford as well. Rashford needs to perform in Barcelona, because else he could not. Else everyone will say, you know what, he's right. He's a lazy player.
I'll see him this Thursday. See, I am sure he'll start.
Let's see,
Yeah,
track back,
yeah.
what your left back or everything, right? Right?
I think our no, he'll be
So
playing the left right normally. So our right back will
yeah.
likely be either
All right, yeah,
Livramento or
correct.
Trippier.
So
Livramento.
in so guys, moving on. In addition to some of our things that we are arguing and all that, Raj,
Yeah, I
on
need to
top
hear
of
from Raj.
I
Anyway, Raj,
I
how about you,
yes.
man?
Finally,
Raj,
finally.
what
Raj,
you felt? What you felt, Raj?
what
What you
is
felt?
your, yeah,
What you
aside
felt?
to whatever has been shared? So yeah.
Okay, okay. You guys had a lot to say. True, fair enough. But I'm going to speak about one thing. I mean, I think this we have played 4 matches, 4 points out of 4 matches. Nothing to be proud of. I think
It's
this is the
relegation form,
poorest.
by the way.
It's the poorest start we have had since the 92-93 season.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, the last we had a 92-93 season was 4 points in the first 4 matches. So for me, I mean, Amorim doesn't have a clue on what he has currently. He's very adamant in the formation that he holds. He's not willing to change for anything. I mean, this has already been shared by my friends here. But yeah, that is Amorim. He he's been holding on to his own principles.
Philosophy.
Exactly. Regardless, it is working or not, but he still sticks on to that. To actually answer you, Matt, on it's just been 3 or 4 matches, but yeah, these 4 matches is good enough to show that it's the worst we've had since the 92-93 season. I would I would have
Yeah.
a very frank one-on-one speech with him. I mean, before
Wow.
to
This sounds
under.
very HRy.
Yeah.
Bro,
No,
you
I
But
mean,
sound more
again, lah,
HR than us, bro.
Are you a
to
HR
be
during the day job?
nah. I mean, speaking from a people manager, perspective, I understand what he feels. Okay, so I mean, I'm managing people. He's managing people. So the only thing is, his people are very expensive. Mine not that much. But the same thing, the same thing,
Much more valuable.
very much more valuable. So I mean, his boss needs to bring him in, try to understand, the football director whatsoever from that, try to understand on what is his future plans. Is it going to align? And this discussion should not only be between the football director and the football manager. The captain should be in, just to, because the captain knows the team better. They are training with them and all. So just to understand where are they going to go from here forth. He cannot be coming in, week out with the same formation saying this is going to work, this is going to work. You must know your team, your strengths, your weaknesses, who plays, better where. Like, Sharif said, uh, Maguire better than Shaw. You see, even we know that.
No,
Why?
but there is a reason he wants to play short. He wants a left-footed,
Left-footed,
left centre
yeah.
back.
But
Yeah.
but
That
but 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 did it
But
work?
no form means don't play lah.
Exactly. Did it work?
exactly.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually wanted something that you want, not the team wants.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Raj. Exactly. And
So that is why I feel that it's still very early to say get lost, but I would say that this is a checkpoint where you come up to the management and explain your stand. Okay, management,
Show cause
this is
letter.
yeah. I mean, he should be given a verbal warning saying that you
I
are
think he already
screwing
got
up
the warning.
no lah,
from the
but I mean,
management, from top down.
But you see, to be
but
fair, if you're a football manager, you get sacked, it's still okay. You get
Yeah,
compensation.
you
you
still
get
It's
get
12
not the
million,
same
man. He's
like our
getting 12
jobs.
million. Yeah.
Ah.
He's getting 12
Yeah.
million. But again, guys, this is what I also emphasized during our last episode, right? Ruben Amorim, it's different than the other managers. Why he is not getting the warning letter? Now, Raj, I really agree with you. Why he's not getting the warning letter, and why he's getting Radcliffe coming out and saying
okay.
that he has the support and everything, blah blah blah, yada yada, because they cannot get wrong with Ruben Amorim because of
Hmm.
what Ineos did for the last 3 years. Nothing worked. They sacked Eric Ten Hag late. I'm sorry, being a broken tape recorder. They sacked Dan Ashworth after waiting for him almost 20 months, right? Paying compensation to Newcastle again.
Newcastle, which is
And
good
then
money. PSR,
again,
help the PSR.
exactly. And then Dan Ashworth also as well said that its will cause or his system will not fit with the current setup of MU itself. Dan Ashworth said that. And who was top of the list of Dan Ashworth? Raj, Matt, who was the top? It was Thomas Frank.
Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank, yeah.
It was Thomas
Yep.
Frank.
Okay.
So
So-
we might argue, oh, did Dan Ashworth been wrong, or what do you call it? Ineos might have been right. When I say Ruben needs to go out, not he alone, right? Ineos and him should be going out as well.
But that's the problem. That's the problem. It's not going to happen that way, actually. So I got a question. Who among here thinks that Almorin should be sacked? Raise your hand up.
I say he should be sacked with Ineos going out. If you're just going to sack the
So only
manager
there's
and
two
then
people. Naveen, you don't want him to get sacked still?
I mean, I did state out my
You see,
One
mean,
you
so-
don't want to sack.
yeah, you. I mean, I still believe he owes an explanation to
So-
the management and the fans, on what is his future plan. Get his players, have that proper dressing room, kind of
Maybe he's just not capable that way. I think he's a young manager, just like did well in SPM trial, and then suddenly brought to do a degree program.
This guy was a 9A student in SPM, but when he went to STPM, he's not able to, So yeah,
that-
let's not go
okay.
to degree level yet.
I'm a little
What
bit disagree,
analogy, man?
guys. I think again. I think he has potential, and he showed
Yeah.
that he is able to beat big teams in Champions League as well, right? But I think what he's doing in Man United is sacking himself, right? It's not because of his
Yeah.
system. It's not because of his players not playing with him. That's why I do feel his players is really playing with him. And again, I think last episode also I've been saying, right? I played football because of a footballing coach me to play football, and I
Yep,
like
yep.
this type of managers, you guys. A
The
manager
coaching type
who
lah.
exactly the manager who
Basically, you
talks
like
to you.
Eddie Howe lah.
I don't know Eddie Howe. But you know, like
Eddie Howe is that kind of manager.
betul. I got to say, even though I'm an MU fan, but I really like Jurgen Klopp. I really like Jose Mourinho. The one who say don't run here, run like that, run like Pep Guardiola. Some players doesn't not like to do like Zlatan and Thierry Henry really said that. I know how to score goal. You don't need to teach me how to
But
score goal. Right?
Mourinho is amazing, man. Because when you hear his people talk about him, they will say that they would die for Mourinho, and there is a word for it actually, because Mourinho approach to people management is the fuckboy way of doing stuff. Actually, he will make you feel like you are the only one great and everything,
Yep.
and then he'll get the best out of you, and then he will say the same thing to another player.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Jose Mourinho, right? If we just sack Ruben Amorim and Ineos continue the process in finding a new manager, quoting Jose Mourinho, it's a football heritage. Guys, Pep Guardiola could not put a straight face saying, I'm too nice. What? I'm kidding. 9-10 years I've been in Premier League. Man City is better than MU, and Man United and Ruben Amorim went out to Etihad with that performance. Adaptability, okay, exactly. Again, adaptability. Spurs, exactly. Spurs, yeah.
Okay, the London derby is only Arsenal and Spurs. The rest are all not so. Sorry, I had Arsenal and Spurs. The rest are not so serious derby. But I thought the North London derby was only that only. I think so.
Yeah, but again, Cohen, I think quoting you as well. It's not an MU great MU again. It's an average MU, right?
It's
But-
not
but-
me. Roy Keane quoted it,
Wait,
man.
no, I mean,
Hey,
Wait,
but
guys,
be careful,
guys, you see, I mean, speaking about the greatness between the Manchester derby and all that, stats speak otherwise. The players were actually working their ass off. If
I
you
agree.
can
I
see-
agree. I agree.
We had-
I
we-
agree.
Yeah, we had 55% against 45. We were holding more than
But I
them.
think City did that. I don't think it was by
Yes,
design.
again, yeah, City did that. And
City did that.
again, because Marco Silva said the same thing, it's so easy now to predict how the game they played. But I agree with you. I don't blame the players. They give 100%, but I blame the manager because guys, we were 1-0 down, and I think Kuchen Yusu said as well. When we came in the second half, was much more worse. As a manager, as a coach or head coach, anything, you should know already. City is not playing their normal football. And
No, they're
I'm not
not.
a football genius, guys. I'm also with you
Yeah,
guys,
they're not.
doing a part-time podcast as well. Same goes to the Sky Sports Studio as well. Same goes to Mark Goldbridge, Athletics, channel and web. They say the same thing, and they are quoting
Mhm.
from Marco Silva as well. Marco Silva in the pre-match saying that, and
But
after
then that that
45
that
after 45 minutes, you couldn't think how to change your tactics. Okay, now they are playing counter attack. Maybe we should play certain style of play.
but
Maybe
that
you were saying,
Haaland goal was terrible. The one he like from the halfway line. It's like
which goal?
the goal where he scored one on one with the keeper, where he
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
offside trap for that. But
Counter
you know,
attack.
it's a clear counter attack, and I don't know
Yeah.
why they were so high up.
Because they were playing 55 ball possession. They were playing. That's the system. That's the Amorim system, right? That's the Amorim system. How they play. They press the players. That's how I saw in Sporting Lisbon. They press the opposition to their own
Um,
box. That's how also they won 4-1. They press the wingers back to a
I
fullback
think I
position. Yeah.
think the doing well in Sporting and some matches in Champions League, I think it is not showing the breadth of how good the Premier League is in terms of management and tactics and everything. I think that could be it also, man. As I said lah, he like what Budak 9 A's tapi
STPM screw up lah.
All right. Continuing to the Derby Day defeat and debate. Yeah, so the 4Ds lah we're going to talk about as well. So of course there was some degree of statistics that were shared, right? That United was holding 55% on possession, and we can go on and on about stats and all that. So I mean, Rush, what were your observations on that?
Right. Yeah, Matt, sure. Yeah, so we were speaking about stats. I mean, despite how he performed on the pitch, regardless what formation Amorim was playing, but the players themselves, they had the spirit, because I mean, derby games are always huge. So this is not in the manager itself. It's in the players, because I think it's the same feeling as playing Liverpool, and now it's the same thing as playing Manchester City. We used to disrespect them, good old days, where they were not as good as they were now.
a relegated team.
Yes, but now they are looking to relegate us every time they come to Old Trafford, or every time we go there. It's the way they play is to ensure we are actually relegated. But also, picking on that, a few stats I seen notice. We had 501 touches on the ball. We completed 501 uh, passes, versus only 430 passes for Manchester City. So we had a lot more completed passes through the field. And possession was 10% more. We were 55 against 45. Our corners, we had 4 completed corners, actually, versus 2 of them. And our accuracy, when we passed, accuracy was 88%
That's
versus
high.
81% for Manchester City. So the players had it in them, and to actually top up a bit on what actually Cohen was mentioning, the players were clueless. They were not creative. That is because that is what their manager wanted from them. When you impose a formation that doesn't fit the team, your players will end up clueless. It's just like you being a boss and you give the wrong direction to your team. They cannot suddenly go out in the field and perform differently, because
Deal.
the whole team is actually set in a certain formation. They are moving along that grid, and one player moves out of the grid, the entire formation falls, unless the players had a separate discussion without the manager in it, saying that, guys, Amorim said so and so, but we are going to do this so and so. If
Not
all,
gonna happen in a professional game.
definitely it's not going to
Not
happen,
gonna
right?
happen,
So
yeah.
that is what happened that day. The players went in to win. If you see Bruno Fernandes post match interview, he said we went in to win, but we didn't get the result that we wanted. So he's indirectly saying that we had our hands tied. We had to go with the flow.
Mm. He's
Every
very formulaic lah.
very
Formula
formulaic,
based. Yeah.
because being there once upon a time, to see the fluidity of the match, players actually enjoying themselves with the ball.
Mm.
Those days you don't see it now. I
You
mean,
think they're afraid of the ball?
they are afraid
Or is
of
it
the.
forced?
It seemed forced. It seems a bit forced here. Okay, because the last I saw Manchester kind of enjoy their game was the second time CR came in. He had a different
Hmm.
level of leadership that time.
He light up the whole dressing room,
Correct.
I think.
And I
He
think, well, in reference to that as well. I mean, sorry to cut you off, right? But I think, yeah, there were a good glimpse of when. I mean, I can agree as well. I think Sharif, probably most of y'all would agree as well when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took the helm, right, as the United manager. Although it started off as an interim manager for
interim,
his first
correct.
11 games and all that, right?
Which he did well.
He
Very
did
well,
well. He did
very well,
very well,
very well,
very
very well.
very well. So and to requote Raj, what you were saying, the fluidity, right? But again, after that, things a lot went again. Now it's a merry-go-round once again, right? With all
But
United
I
past
mean, this
managers and all. So that's why, if you ask me, calling for the sacking of Amorim, I can also echo to what Sharif you were saying, right? That but it will be a challenge. It's too big to if yes you sack the manager, Ineos has to go as well because they're going to get massive
I
backlash,
don't
right?
think they're going
Yeah.
anywhere. They're
So
not going from the
yeah, but
investment.
I'm also
I
looking at
think
it
they will
more
go
on a
unless
besides
MU
just
if
besides
MU
just the
fans would
problems of
do
the
the same
club.
thing with Glazers, they should go. Yep.
Yeah, so that's true. So besides just the teams, the structure, the tactics, the philosophy and all that, right? I mean, look lah, you and I, all of us can agree lah, and that the problems at United is far more greater than just what's on the pitch,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
there's
true.
so many problems. So are these the steps
It's
and the
like cancer.
process of, yeah, exactly, right? And it's all over the years, it's been carried, brought forward, brought forward. So this is the part where I feel that, yeah, okay, fair enough, there were some managers that it's not going to happen, okay? And when so and so manager got sacked, okay lah, it is what it is. Now what's next? Now, Ruben Amorim gets sacked for whatever reason, right? The obvious and also not so obvious reasons and all that. He gets the boot. What's next?
That's why I say
Who is next?
may I
So
may I
it's,
That,
yeah. So
that's why I say. That's why I say. I mean, we discussed about this, right? About
yeah,
relegation.
exactly. Correct.
Let MU relegate and everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
When I say Amorim goes out with Ineos, it's a clean slate. It's a clean slate.
It's a clean slate. We
It's
have
a clean
spoke
slate.
about this.
He will bring out Omar Brada. He will bring out all those Wilcox and everything. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. With this, it's a clean slate, guys.
Mhm.
We've seen the same club who've been relegated, like Leeds United, like QPR, still retain the same structure, still retain the same ownership. And I've got to say this, Radcliffe is there. It's because he knows how to buy the MU fan. And I'm sorry to say that it puts a little bit of the MU base fan a little bit delusional. And I gotta call this out. And that's why I say there's a fine line of being delusional and being what you really need a football club is. And
Yeah.
guys, and I got to say again, now we are sharing stats, right? For the past 10 years, we spend more than City spent in
Yeah,
the past
I
10
agree.
years.
I agree.
Wow.
Agree.
But Sharif, the
We
point you're
spend
saying, right?
42 million for managers only. And
But
what did not
Sharif,
change?
the point you're telling about Ineos, right? And how they gave hope before they come and everything. This is exactly how Mike Ashley Sport Direct did with
Exactly,
Newcastle.
exactly,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
When Mike actually went off, right? When he sacked the manager, I forgot Alan Pardew. Was it Alan Pardew? Go ahead.
He sacked Sam Allardyce when he came in, which I thought was a good manager for Newcastle at that time.
Again, yes, and there was a glimpse or all of that, and then that's it. Newcastle fans had enough of sacking managers. You got to go, Mike, and it took time, and he did
But
not go out
he wasn't booted
voluntarily.
out. He wasn't
Exactly,
booted out. He was bought over.
exactly, and because of the
Yeah.
fans calling his name out, right? And
Mhm.
I don't think, and I don't think MU fans will call Ineos out because of this, what we are saying, right?
But
Oh, we
the,
need.
the, the
I get it. We need to give
no,
chance to managers, but the
yeah, that's
structure is
true.
not there. The structure is not there. They are not investing enough. You are bringing, first thing, you bringing Ruben Amorim on a November, right? And then you are not giving him the support. Is that Raj was saying that, you have the talk and everything, but the talk and investment need to be there.
I think the talk
You
is
see,
already done.
and I got to see how Arsenal bought it. How Arsenal bring it. The what was your sporting director, Edu, if I'm not
Edu.
mistaken? Exactly.
Not
He always
easy.
have a chat with what do you call it, with Mikel Arteta, and ask him, what do you need to support this? This is a support. It's not simply just say, okay, now I give you 3 tahun, 3 years, okay, I'm going to sit back and then I'm going to relax. Okay, let's see how you do. It's not that. That's not the process. That's not the process. And it's not only one club. It's all the same Premier League club are doing the same thing as well. And I got to quote back. Ragnick said it's not. It's not. How do I say? You don't need glasses to see this.
Yes.
But I got to say, the MU fans base need to take out their glasses and see this, because again, I'm calling Ruben Amorim sackable not because I want him, but because he's doing stuff a sackable rhythm, like what Eric Ten Hag did, like what Ole Gunnar did.
No.
Guys, if we could not get a result with Chelsea, I'm afraid player power will overthrow. Mark my words. Game 6, game 7,
Okay,
it's going to
then
be a
who's the
player power.
replacement?
No, I mean,
Raj.
before we speak about replacements, okay. I mean, we might have, a few managers lined up and all that, so and so. But my question is, how long are we going to continue doing this? I mean, we cannot just go on.
Until the ship goes down.
I mean, obviously,
so-
we do not want that, as fans.
But
and,
it's inevitable, right? The problem is from the top to the players.
I mean, I heard along the line Sharif was speaking about, Arsenal football director speaking to the manager and all that, have weekly meetings or monthly meetings. I think that is what Manchester should be doing as well.
I think
Hey,
they're doing it.
They do that.
I don't
But
think so.
it's-
Of course, they're doing it.
They are doing it, but is it walking the talk? Is it
Exactly.
walking the talk?
Exactly, because if this is happening, why isn't Amorim changing anything? I mean, it has been the same since day one. So if there has been any talks from above, um,
I think
I do not see it on the
he is privy to a lot of information which is going on with the top management. He is the spokesperson for the club. You don't get the club
I
director,
agree.
sporting director come and say. So we cannot expect him to come and tell what is happening also. So and we don't know what is happening.
Definitely not.
So
Yeah.
so
Hence,
I mean
hence my statement, right? That the problems are bigger than just whatever we see on the
systemic
pitch
lah.
in every
Definitely
live
is
game.
systemic.
So that's why
It's bigger,
Yeah,
but you don't need glasses to see.
yeah,
No, we certainly do
need-
not need glasses.
you can, you can see all that,
And
right?
that's why, Raj, I was saying to you, Raj, when we sack this manager, it's not just sacking the manager. It's going to be different. If Ineos goes out, if we just sack the manager and Ineos still stay,
No,
then
do
we are
you,
the
do you
same
think that
10 years
that's going to
ago.
happen? Do you think Ineos is going to stay?
That's why I keep on saying, we as the MU based fan need to push Ineos out as
But you
how
don't.
did we push Glazers out. Glazers was about to sell 3 years ago.
But there were no
We-
buyers who matched their price.
There
So
are buyers.
to complete takeover.
Let's go one by one.
yeah, that's a different topic.
3 years ago, when we were talking about Glazers to sell the club, I think we all were agreeing that Glazers would not sell MU lah. MU will give them money. MU is a cash cow and everything. What happened? And suddenly one news come out and say, hey, we want to sell a club. End of the day, Ineos is a business
Entity.
footballing club, or maybe sponsorship for the bench and everything, right? They should go back there and do those stuff. I think they should agree. As Raj, you were saying, your people managers, stakeholders, senior management, they come in 3 years and then they say, okay, this is how I'm going to set up my vision, right? Within 3 years, it's not working. You move out. You take the defeat. Take the defeat. You know what? I'm not fit.
They sound a lot like politicians, up there in MU.
I don't go there, man.
Don't want to resign.
So
But
I
feel they will. I feel they will. If they sack Ruben, I think the fans is going to call them out. The fans going to call them out for the
Well,
reason that I was saying.
I want to add this lah. You see, Premier League clubs fans have no power like the Bundesliga. You see, the ownership of Bundesliga club is 51% owned by the fans. 49% owned by Line or the other company. So the fans can decide if they don't want that. Premier League is not that.
Agree. Yeah.
Go ahead, Raj. Go ahead.
We do have a lot of voice in the stadium, but it's not going to impact any ways to the
Yeah,
management,
nothing.
because the loudest fans I've personally experienced is the English football fans. They make the loudest noise. They are behind you. They boo you. They do whatever. Okay, they do whatever they can just to ensure their players go out and do something. And if they do not like the player, they do not like the manager, they do not like the owner, they are very vocal as well.
Raj,
But
I 100%
yes,
agree. I
yes,
100%
but
agree. Yeah.
the message is not going there where it's supposed to go. It just floats in the stadium. Everybody goes wah 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 yada yada, as what Sharif been mentioning. And after the 90th minute, we
Uh,
walk back home, we go to the pub, we have a few drinks down the road, and we talk
So
PCSS once again. And then next week,
well,
next
that's
week
the
is the
same
nonsense,
thing
right?
same thing.
again, repeat
Yeah,
again.
it repeats again and again. So yeah, I mean, if we had the power like the fans in the Bundesliga, a lot would have changed. Actually, a lot would have changed.
I really agree with you, Raj. But I feel what happened with Arsenal, what with Liverpool to Newcastle as well. Even though yes, I agree that the English football fans do not own the club, but I do believe they are also. I got to say this. When it comes to football, they
Oh
really
yeah,
passionate with their yeah.
oh yes,
And and, and 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 I saw that with Arsenal as well. When Arsene Wenger, when he moved out, and then when the other some managers came
Arsene
in.
Wenger was pushed out in a way.
Exactly,
Mhm.
because his
Slowly.
vision was only to be number four, and now when after all, and then it's kind of pity because he has to get number four
That
because
is
he has to
really
fund the
bad,
stadium.
man. No,
I
I
also
mean,
get him, right, but he did not say that, right?
that's terrible, man. Arsene Wenger is a legend. His vision is not to be number four, but his model of football with the salary caps and everything was not
Yeah,
applicable at that time anymore. You need to start buying and paying.
I agree, but the point what I'm trying to say is that football fans at certain point in English football did manage to change the direction of the club. We talk about Newcastle, we talk about Leeds, we talk about
yes,
QPR, we talk about Arsenal.
I don't agree because the fans don't decide. Newcastle fans are protesting and everything. Even I told
Mhm.
you, right, just completely stop
Mhm.
watching the game. But that's only that. You stop right there.
It will
Mike
impact
Ashley
it it,
sold.
it, it will
No,
impact the share price, and that's what happened with
no,
MU as well.
because it's not public listed. I don't think
Okay, I
the
don't know
club
how
is
about
public
Newcastle,
listed.
but MU, because of a lot of these glazers out during each game, like what Raj was saying, the share prices were dropping down, and glazers were, okay, this is not happening.
this
I'm
is
going to
not
sell.
happening. Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Or
That's
maybe
what
they're
happened to
losing a
Arsenal
lot
too.
of money in that sense, right?
Well,
Yes,
because
yes,
I mean, end of the day, these guys are actually businessmen.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. They're
absolutely.
businessmen. They are
Half
not
of
football
them do not
people.
care. Yeah, they do not care about the fans. It's
Yeah,
my bank account is secured. If it's not secure, then
exactly,
I need to
exactly.
do something about it. And that's what actually Glazers did. They realized that their stronghold was getting weaker, and they were starting
Correct.
to lose revenue. That's when they actually decided it's time to let go.
And who
Mm.
saved them?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think they actually listen to the fans and say, okay, oh, the fans are not happy, I think we we should step up? No,
I
I
think
call that bullshit.
Won't
they would
happen.
spin and
Won't
say, okay,
happen.
now we are listening to
Yeah,
you and we do this.
yeah. I call that bullshit.
Exactly, exactly. Now I
I call
belanja
that
you minum.
bullshit.
I don't know.
So I call that bullshit. They are businessmen. They are
Exactly.
pure businessmen. They saw a revenue loss, and as every good businessman would do, they had Plan B, and Plan B was to sell the club.
Yes, for sell a
And
club,
At
get the
some
money back
point.
and everything.
correct,
And
correct.
this business model is I will say it's a win-win for the Glazers as well. You know what?
Yeah, definitely.
Is it what? 70 or 67% ownership of
Roundish,
the
yeah.
club, and then
Yep.
27, and it's not
Mhm.
football. They don't have to take out money. They don't have
Yeah,
to think about next manager. They don't have to do the work.
Yeah,
It's
they
all
don't
nothing.
think
Yeah.
Ineos.
of that. All comes to Ineos.
Mhm.
Exactly. And that is why it looks like that no one's want to buy. No, because if they sold to what was it, Salman was his name, the Saudi
Yeah,
Met
the sheikh
the Qatari.
from Saudi. Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah,
kata
Sheikh
Sheikh.
Jassim or something. Sheikh
Ah,
Jassim or
Sheikh
something
Sheikh
like that.
Jassim
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, he wanted to buy, even though he went to 8 billion, but the opportunity to own 60 plus, almost 70% without doing anything. That's that's
That's
pure.
a
I
that's a
mean, we also
very
want to have that
yeah, yeah,
investment, man.
yeah. Yeah, that's a very good business deal, you know. Yeah.
And that's why I say
So,
Ineos save Glazers.
yep,
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
yep.
You were saying,
point
So,
man.
taken.
all right. So, yeah, I mean, well, lots of debates from a variety of levels, from on pitch, off the pitch, up to the board, to all those tuned in. Let us know your thoughts. What would you call out to, right? Should Amorim get the boot? Otherwise, share us your thoughts, share us your opinions, drop your comments below. If you are new, once again, hit the like and subscribe button. And of course, we have come to the end of the show. So obviously, I would like to, thank our Arsenal supporter who has joined us for the very first time, and many more episodes in time. Yeah. So
Time.
Kugan, really thanks, guys, and of course to all you lads, really thank you as well for
Right.
sharing your thoughts and opinions. Of course,
Yeah, yeah.
obviously,
Likewise.
if we had more time, of course, there's more than whatever we are sharing would be in
Yeah.
this pod. Yeah, but in respects of time. So to all those who have tuned in, thank you for your support. Thank you for those who have subscribed to us and liked our channel. And there's more content coming your way on a weekly basis as well. And of course, don't be afraid to share to your friends, and just help us to help you as well. So on to the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. Cheers.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
guys.